Okay, now this is a model answer for science one, metallurgy. Now, first question, quickly move to the first question. It is very easy paper. Name of the common ore, which is of mercury, is cinnabar. It is a common ore for mercury. So remember the name. Cinnabar is a common name, common ore for mercury. Okay. Now, the important common ore for aluminium, you already know bauxite is very famous. It is common ore for aluminium. Okay. Now, what is thermit reaction? Next question. Thermit reaction. The reaction in which heat is given out. Actually, it is like a exothermic reaction. So when you add aluminium, that is which is used as reducing agent, and in the iron oxide. So what we get is the heat as a output. So this is called a thermit reaction. This is one of the important question of the syllabus. So always remember, thermit reaction is a reaction of iron oxide with the aluminium, where aluminium is act as aluminium powder is there actually, which acts as a reducing agent. So what is meant by concentration of ores? Concentration means the removing the impurity. The ores are the solid material from which we remove the impurity or we remove the gangue. So this is what the concentration of ore. And the extraction of process of metal from their ores, it is called as metallurgy. You already know it is not a big deal. Okay. Now, quickly move to the next question. Define corrosion and what are the preventive measures? You know the corrosion is a slowly decay or destruction of the metal by the action of atmospheric air, moisture and acid. So now, how to prevent the corrosion? You already know we can give the one layer to fix the layer of one substance on another substance by one coating to other coating to prevent the corrosion. Now you can do the coating of non-corrosive metal over corrosive metal. Like for example, iron corrosion can be prevented by the painting. So you can always give the n number of examples in the corrosion. So it is very simple question. So write a short. Next question is write a short note on magnetic separation. What is magnetic separation? It is a method where we use the magnetic roller. Let's see. This is magnetic roller, and when we drop the ores from this, what happens? The magnetic ore get collected in the nearby jar, and non-magnetic material get collected in the far jar. So of course, in this case, this roller is magnetic roller, and this roller is non-magnetic roller. And importantly, what you have to remember is, in this method, the electromagnetic, it is a kind of electromagnetic machine where we use electricity to generate the magnetism, where conveyor belt is moving. One is magnetic roller and another is non-magnetic roller. You have to remember. And a very important point is for what purpose for which kind of ore this magnetic separation is used. So important, stannic oxide and ferrous tungstate are the two important ores from which metals are extracted by the process of magnetic separation. So you have to remember this only thing. So you can extend as you wish. Now, question number 3. Why anode is replaced time to time during the electrolysis? You know that during the electrolysis, the anode is replaces where the oxidation of anode takes place. And due to the oxidation, the oxidation of carbon rod takes place, which form the carbon gas, and carbon gas replaces liberators time to time. So it is necessary to replace the anode time to time because of oxidation. Now this was the easiest question. You have to read this information like this, and you have to draw the diagram. So this would be the diagram which represent the electrolytic reduction of alumina. So it was simplest question. Now identify the process. This process is called as which type of this process is called nothing but the galvanization, where we do the electrolysis and one substance is coated over other substances. Okay, in this process we pass the electric current, and cathode is outer layer and innermost the substance which is to be coated, it is treated as anode. So the coating of one substance given over other substance, this method is generally galvanization method, where we do use the copper and aluminum article as anode and other material as cathode. It is one of the best method to prevent the corrosion of the metal. Okay, so you can always read this. It is very important. And yes, We give the one layer of one. You might have heard about gold plated bangle, silver plated articles. It is a kind of thing. Okay, so now it was also important question. What is the ionic compound? The compound formed by the like transfer of electron from metal to non-metal. It is nothing but the ionic compound. And the property. What are the properties of? They are always attractive. You already know. They are like brittle, lustrous, and their intermolecular force is very strong. So they are having high melting and boiling point. Third point is very important. Sometimes there is a question why ionic compounds have higher melting and boiling point. Ionic compounds are water soluble. Ionic compounds are water soluble. Water soluble because the water molecule orient in a particular manner around the ions separated by dissociation process. As a result, in this process, attraction established between the ions and surrounding water. Okay. The ionic compounds cannot conduct the electricity when they are in the solid state, but in the molten state, they can conduct the electricity. So this was the one of the easiest paper that you can do. So all the best. Thank you. Thank you for cooperation.